It's not your fault that you can't focus. We live in the modern world and it is so difficult to stay focused on something. So no worries, I got you, because I figured out a lot of things that work. And honestly, just be easy on yourself, okay? That's the most important thing. But let's get right into it. Write down the most important tasks that you need to get done. At least 3 things, okay? If you can write them down, your brain is going to be forced to figure out ways in order for it to work. There's this part of your brain, it's called the RAS. It's called the reticular activating system, right? And it makes you, it's like a magnifying glass. It's like looking for it. It's like, well, how do I figure this out, right? If you're writing it down, you're gonna know how to look for it, how to make it work, how to figure it out. So write down the 3 most important tasks of the day, as soon as you wake up or the night before. Either one's fine. I personally like to plan tomorrow today and write them down before bed because I don't like sitting in bed or laying in bed and being like, oh, what am I supposed to do tomorrow? So when I do that, it actually makes me feel a lot better. It makes me get the stress and the anxiety off of me, and I'm able to just fall asleep a lot faster. When I don't do that, it's still fine. I can just write them down in the morning and I'm like, okay, I'm going after these 3 things. And if I get them done, I'm gonna feel damn good. That's the thing, like, we want to pile on so much work, right? And you can only get so much done in a day. Like, you can't get everything. You're not Superman, right? Or Superwoman. You are you. You just can only get a certain amount of things done in a day. So stop being so hard on yourself. Be easier on yourself. And be proud of yourself if you can at least get 1 out of those 3 things done. Because getting something done is better than getting nothing done. Done is better than none. That's what I always say. So stick around if you're interested in learning more about that. And another way to really make sure you do it is to imagine yourself feeling that feeling, right? What does it feel like when you get the thing done? You feel relieved. You feel like, that is just what needed to get done. And I'm so glad I did it. And you're just like, this feeling of accomplishment just rushes through you. And you're so happy that you got that thing done. That is what you're looking for. So imagine it and visualize it to the best of your ability, because when you have positive associations with getting things done, you're gonna wanna get them done more. If you're like, ugh, I don't wanna do this thing, like, and you're kind of negative about it, there's less likely chance that you're gonna actually do it and that you're actually gonna get it done. So think more positively about it and visualize yourself doing it in a positive, happy way. Put a smile on. Your brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality, so just fake it till you get it done, smile through it, and just get it done. Honestly, this really does help. The next thing I want you to focus on and really take seriously is making sure that your environment is something that you can enjoy working in. And have a couple different environments. Switch it up, make it fun, make it enjoyable for yourself. Because around here, we like to make the good things easy and the bad things difficult. If there is something that you can do more of, make it easier on yourself. Make it more enjoyable so that you don't necessarily have to fake it. You don't have to be so hard about it, right? You don't gotta be like, oh, I really don't wanna do this, like, and like try to fake that smile, right? You're gonna be like, I don't mind doing this because it's not that bad. And you can actually find yourself enjoying it more that way. And you're gonna be like, doing more of it and living a more productive life if your desk is like nice and clean and not like disorganized and has garbage. Get rid of the damn garbage, okay? If you've got an empty bag of potato chips on your desk and you've got like dust collecting on some little figurine, please just get rid of it. The best desk is the cleanest desk, one that has no shit on it, no fucking garbage. Please stop doing that to yourself because it's disrespectful. I used to do it. I used to have all the knickknacks, all the weird things that I just never touched and just kind of like look cute on my desk because it was like an aesthetic and it was like not helping me get the work done, right? Very distracting. And also making it easier for it to be messy. And you don't want a messy desk when you're trying to get really deep work done. You can be a little messy when you're trying to get like creative work done, but even then you do not want a messy desk. Please take yourself seriously. Throw away the shit that you don't use. Just be honest with yourself, pick it up, look at it and be like, am I using this? No, like let me put it away if you don't want to throw it away yet. But I highly recommend throwing things away that you don't use anymore, donating them, just getting rid of them. Please be respectful to yourself because when you collect shit like that and it gets dusty and it's just taking up space and it's clutter, right? It's making it harder. It's making it more difficult to get work done. And the last thing I want to go over for your environment is to have everything that you need within arm's reach. If it's something like a laptop charger or a phone charger, get another one. If you've only got one, buy another one. Stop being stingy. Literally, just stop with the scarcity mindset. Buy things that you need to make your life easier. Stop having to leave the room if you're always looking for your charger. That's taking you away from the work. You want to stay focused. Every time you have to leave, your brain's like, oh, what am I looking for? And then you got to get back into the flow. And you're like, this is just so much resistance. And we don't want to make it difficult. We want to make it easier. So get things that you need within arm's reach and have them with you. A pen, a notepad, water, anything that you need to go for. A timer. I highly recommend a timer. That's something that actually helps me a lot. Set a timer. If you're kind of just sitting there and you're like, I don't want to do it still, set the timer, and like you'll see the little red ticking and you'll be like, oh my gosh, okay, the time's ticking. Like I have to get work done. And you're going to just be forced to do it. And that's the thing. Like I sometimes I just don't want to do the work, but having that timer with me is like the golden little tool that I just strongly believe in. But find what works for you. Maybe that won't work for you. Act like it will, trust that it will, give it a fair chance, and see what happens, honestly, because that has helped me a lot. And without the timer, I probably wouldn't be doing this right now. I use my timer a lot. That really does help me focus, and that really does help me lead a more productive, fulfilling life. Now we're gonna talk about distractions, because we do live in the modern world and a lot of things are distracting. And something that you should not have within arm's reach at your desk is your phone. Please hide it away from yourself. It should not be anywhere near you unless you have something that's like an emergency going on and like you really desperately need it near you, okay? Like a one in a lifetime chance here probably. Then maybe have it like in the back of the room or something where you just can't see it and like have it on ringer, but you don't need it next to you. All that's doing is stopping you from getting the work done, okay? So stop. Just have it out of the room, okay? Literally hide it from yourself if you're bad. Have an accountability partner. Have someone help you get the phone away from you, because all that's doing is stopping you from going after it. All that's doing is keeping you unfocused, and it's making it harder. Make the work easier, okay? Get the phone out of the room. And also have apps on your phone too, because that's another thing. Like you'll be spending so much time scrolling on your phone, and you'll kind of be like pushing it off, getting the work done, going into your office or wherever your environment is to work, right? That you'll be like scrolling and kind of procrastinating and being like, I'll do it in a bit, like just 20 more minutes or like just a little bit longer. We don't want to do that. So download this app. It's called ClearSpace, and you can choose between 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes and have it so that it kicks you off the app, right? And you're not going to be scrolling. It'll literally kick you off the app. You can't keep scrolling because you don't have the choice. It takes it away from you. I love it. So download that shit. There's also 1sec for Android. So if you don't have an iPhone, for ClearSpace, get 1sec for Android. And then there's also this app called Freedom for your laptop or your computer or whatever internet access that you have, right? Use Freedom. It will block you off for X amount of hours, however long you want to set it, so that you are in a deep work session. You can't go to Facebook. You can't check your emails. Because listen, anything that comes up, I want to check it. I'm guilty of such. And it's stopping you from getting the work done. It's stopping you from staying focused. Please take yourself seriously. Download these apps and start getting work done, because that has really been a game changer for me. Freedom more so than ClearSpace, okay? Freedom is such a game changer, because when you're on the internet, there's just things you want to look up and everything. It's like all that's doing is stopping you from getting the work done. Or if you need access to the internet, try to have the self-control, but there's certain things on the internet, right? Like Facebook, like the Gmail, like Amazon, all these things can get blocked out. You try to go on there and it'll just be like, get back to work. And it's like, okay, fair enough. Back to work I go. And that's what you want to do. You're going to get so much more work done. And you're going to thank me later. You're going to come back to this video and you're going to be like, yes, this is exactly what I needed. Why has no one been talking about this? I don't know, but here I am to tell you, do it. Okay? Pause this damn video if you need to. If you're like, shit, she's dropping some gems. Pause the video and go to download Freedom. And the next thing I want you to do is find an accountability partner. Someone that's actually gonna take you seriously, okay? Somebody that wants to see you getting things done, that could potentially work with you, because when you're working with someone, you're actually gonna get more work done. It's like the gym. When you go to the gym and you see other people working out and you're like, yeah, oh, okay, let's do it. I wanna work out, right? If somebody's next to you working silently, not distracting you, not trying to talk to you and stuff, you're gonna get more work done. So you can do this too. You could go to like cafes and stuff. If you're just like really like, I don't wanna work, That's a fun way to go about it. Try to go to like a not so busy cafe, get a small cup of coffee, right? Don't just be like cheap and not buy anything. Get something small, drink it, and get your work done. You're gonna be listening to people, and it's gonna just be like that ambiance, that vibe, other people working on their laptops and stuff. It's gonna make you wanna get the work done. And an accountability partner doesn't have to be like a friend or whatever, or a romantic partner. If you don't have somebody in your life that's like ready to get shit done and wants to work and stuff, like you can do the cafe, you can work around people that are also working, or you can find people online and have them coach you, have them mentor you, have them push you after your goals, right? If you're trying to get something done, I can help you. Like we could work together. So scroll down right now, click on the top link in the description, and let's get you going after your goals. Let's get you working on things that you've been pushing off because you want more out of life. I got you, no worries. Because honestly, there is no way in hell that I would be doing what I'm doing right now if I didn't have my boyfriend helping me. He is the best accountability partner possible. I'm very fortunate to have somebody like him pushing me to do things, right? But not all of us have that luxury. And for a very long time, I didn't have the luxury of somebody pushing me. I actually had somebody kind of smushing my dreams and not making me feel motivated to go after things. So that's another thing. You really want to surround yourself with people that are going to help you, that want the best for you, and that are going to take you more seriously, and that are going to help you go after the things that you want in life. So take that seriously. If there's anything that I've said so far, honestly, accountability partner is so important, because without an accountability partner, you're probably not going to get the work done. You're probably just going to keep pushing it off. It's really hard to have that self-control. Not everyone has it. And thankfully I did. So that is why I was able to keep going. But you really have to dig deep within yourself to push yourself to do hard things. It's a lot easier when you have somebody saying like, hey, you said you wanted to do that thing, so why aren't you doing that thing? And it's like, shit, okay, like you don't want to disappoint them. That's the whole point. That's an accountability partner. You don't want to disappoint the person you told that you're going to do the thing and then not do it. You're gonna be like kind of embarrassed. You're gonna feel like a fool. And that's why it's like, okay, well, they're gonna get upset. So I have to make them proud. I have to make them thankful that I did the thing that I said I was gonna do, that I'm committed to what I said I was gonna do. You're gonna have that pressure. There's gonna be some type of like force to get it done instead of like a depending and waiting on the perfect time and the right moment and like all the feelings and all the stars aligned, right? It just doesn't work. It just doesn't. As much as we wanna think that, it just doesn't. And when you're finished with a work session, I want you to take note of what worked and what didn't work. Because when you figure out what works, you're gonna make it easier to do it the next time. If you keep saying like, I didn't like this thing or whatever, and then you don't remember what the hell happened, right? How can you learn from your mistake? You gotta write it down. You cannot trust your brain. Your brain does not want to remember things. Your brain is meant to be creative and it's meant to problem solve, right? But it's not meant to remember things. So write these things down. Write down what worked, what didn't work. Did you eat too much before you worked? Did you not eat enough? Like maybe you should have a snack bar with you, have something light to munch on, walnuts, anything, just something light with you because you got hungry at that certain time, but you kind of liked the time, you weren't tired, right? Or maybe it was too early, maybe you were tired. Just write it down, because once you figure out your perfect time to work and the perfect way to eat the certain food that makes you feel energized and not like burnt out and drained, like an energy drink, please, if you drink energy drinks, just stop. There's no reason, not a single reason you should ever put that shit in your body. It is so bad for you. All that's doing is actually depleting your energy, and you're gonna owe it back one day. So just don't do that shit. Stop with the energy drinks. Do not. Drink coffee, that's fine, but Monster energy drinks, Red Bulls, no. Snip, get it out of your life. You do not need that shit. It is not helping you, it is hurting you. And if you end up getting the timer that I mentioned, did it work for you? Write it down. See what worked. Like, how long did it take for you to get started? Take note of these things. Anything. Just write down anything. The smallest thing is going to help you the next time you want to get work done. You're gonna be like, okay, like I know that this thing really worked, and you wrote it down, and you do that thing again, and you're like, yes, I'm doing the work. I'm getting it done. I'm being more productive, better now than ever, right? I'm finally focused. Because you wrote it down. You wrote down what worked and you did it again because it worked. Just do what works. I always stand strongly behind that. I'm not trying to remember shit. I'm not trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work. I just do what works because I wrote it down. I figured it out. My past self did the work for me and I just keep doing it. And always be honest with yourself. Like if something was kind of like, did this really work for me? Then don't write it down. Write down the things that really worked for you, that really were like, yes, this actually works and I'm going to do more of this. And maybe it doesn't last forever. That's another thing. Sometimes things kind of like, it's like clothes, like they fit for a while and then you kind of grow out of them or you gained a little weight or whatever, right? Things can change. Things can change. So if it doesn't work for you anymore, or maybe just not right now, switch it up a little, right? That's why I always say like have more than one work environment if you can. Don't stay in the same spot. You get bored of it. It kind of gets old. It's not fun anymore. It's not exciting. It's not how it made you feel before, but it could still work again in the future. Just take a break from it, right? Try it out again later. Try it on again later, right? Maybe that shirt doesn't fit you right now. Maybe you lose the weight and it fits again. That's the point I'm trying to make. Just don't get so stuck in your ways. Don't be like, okay, this works. Because like I said, do what works, right? Do what works until it doesn't feel good anymore. Don't keep doing it if it doesn't feel good, because you're not going to want to keep doing it. As long as it's easy, it's going to feel good, you're going to do more of it. We make the good things easy and we make the bad things difficult. So anything that is not vibing with you, get rid of it. And anything that is vibing with you, put more of it in. And with all this being said, just get started. Like, please stop waiting until tomorrow. Stop waiting for the stars to be perfectly aligned. Just get started. Doing something is better than doing nothing. Even if it's like so late right now and you're like, I just want to go to bed after this, right? Or you're too tired. No excuses. Literally, just something. You could do something to prepare to get the work done the next day. Something is better than nothing. Done is better than none. Stop overcomplicating it. Stop thinking that it's so difficult. Tell yourself that it's easy, okay? The more you tell yourself that it's easy, the more your brain is going to normalize it and believe that it's easy, because your brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. So tell yourself that it's easy and you will believe that it's easy. Just keep telling yourself that and you will believe it. And you will finally get things done and you will finally feel focused and you will finally be productive because you have tricked your brain. That's as simple as it gets. Your brain doesn't know the difference. It's like, what the hell's going on up here? You just got to tell it what to do. You got to tell it things that it wants to believe in, and it will do the things that you want it to do. It's as simple as that. And to just get started. Like, stop making excuses. Stop saying, I'm not ready to do it yet. Yes, you are. You are ready. Tell yourself you're ready. Be like, I am ready to do it. Your brain's going to be like, okay, I'm ready to do it. Let's do it. So then you're going to do it. And it's as simple as that, you know? And sometimes your brain will try to convince you no. That's the part of your brain that's kind of like that. You got like the good angel and the bad angel, right? Or the angel and the devil, right? That's the devil saying like, I don't know about this. You should just do this instead. That's when you tell your brain, no, we're doing this. You are in control. You are in control of your life. Tell your brain no when it's trying to eat the junk food, when it's trying to go get the Red Bull, when it's trying to get the Monster Energy drink. Please just tell your brain no. I need to get the work done. This is what I need to do. Stop it. Just tell it no. Because your brain needs to be told no sometimes too. If you're saying yes to everything, you're never going to get anything done. You're going to live a very unproductive life. Stop saying yes to everything. Start saying no to your brain and your brain will be like, okay, I understand. Understood. It'll say understood and it'll get the things done. And listen, if you want to work together, I'm ready to help you. Let's get you going. If you are so serious about getting your productive life together and you're just tired of living this like lazy, unproductive, unfocused, distracted life, I understand because I was you too. I don't want that for you anymore. Let's get you moving, all right? Scroll down right now, click on the top link in the description, and let's go after your goals. I'll see you next time, bestie. Bye for now.